Let me make sure that we're on the right mouse control. Right. There we go. Which means if we okay, we are good. Hello, this is CandySun here, and today we're going to be playing some more Bloons TD Battles. So we're going to do some quick play battle arenas, and I think we'll have pits up today, so let's go do that. Yep. Oh wow, my pit's getting longer. So it said over a day left. That's the first. It usually isn't that long. I thought it normally only lasted a day, but I guess not. Especially with the newer arenas. So we're going to give the good luck. And okay, he skips that map. Okay, so I guess we're doing this map. What do we want to go? I guess we'll go sub. Okay, the person quit. How to get free medallions 101. Just pop into the lobby and show up. I may cut that game out, but we'll see. So let's see if we can find an actual match, because that match obviously wasn't a match. I mean, the person just left the lobby. I guess they didn't like the map, but oh my god. Just play the map. I mean, you're gonna have to play it eventually if you just take a loss every time, or a 10,000 medallion loss. Why would you? Okay, we got okay this time. At 59% win-loss ratio, and we got this map. So we're gonna give that good luck. What towers do we want to go? Let's go Dark Farm. What do we want to go? Let's go boat. Actually sounds good. We got a cannon? That's perfect. We actually have a pretty decent late game. So we're gonna place down our spikes and then get ready for our early farm. So I'm assuming, oh, he's going engineer. That's interesting. So we're gonna have to be prepared to defend against the Bloon Eco, which I consider myself prepared for, but we'll see. I mean, this map is especially bad against Eco because you're chasing the entire time, which is a pain to deal with. Yeah, dealing against Bloon Eco on this map is not the nicest thing, because you see how the balloons go around here, then they come here and you're always chasing and it's not good. So yeah, we're just gonna go with that and then just continue to get up farms. If we take a few lives here or there, it's okay. I'm not overly worried. I mean, okay, he's sending pinks now. So we're gonna hit that battle energy. And then get up our... do we want another one? No, actually, let's go for a boat. And we'll go with that, because that'll actually be better. There we go. Put that on strong. Okay. I think we should have wasted a bunch of eco with that on his, but then again, we also lost a lot of time to be farming. So, I'm not exactly sure I'm not sure if that was worth it. For him, at least. To send all those pinks. Because, I mean... Okay, we're gonna have to get more defense. Oh, okay, more greens are coming. We're gonna have to get that up. Because the boat is shooting over here, not over there. Okay. And next round, we can send yellows at him. Gotta keep that in mind. So, he's saving up. So, he has money. But what is he gonna spend that money on? So, we're gonna send a bunch of those. What is he gonna... Okay, he's hitting that battle energy. Using the spikes. Okay. So we got a battle energy out of him, so he's down to 2 battle energy. The only difference is that he doesn't have farms. So we're gonna get that up. Get our next one. We gotta keep that in mind, is that he doesn't have, or he only has 2 battle energy left. So we're gonna send some regen leads at him. Okay. Oh, he got up the balloon trap. So we're gonna not send balloons. Oh, we probably should get up some defense. Okay, we're gonna wait a little bit. Okay. How many is he sending? Okay. We're gonna do that. Okay. And get ready for if he sends some more regrows next round. I mean, oh wait. That defense though. Let's do that. Okay, he has a Blade Maelstrom. And do that. That's actually interesting. That is an interesting strat. Okay. So we're gonna have to see if we can take him down real quick. We've got leads over there. So this is gonna be close. This is gonna be close. It looks like it. Nope, we lost. That was an interesting strat. I like that strat. Oh wow. I really did like that strat. Like, I'll take the loss there. That's not the issue, but whoa, that was an interesting strat. I liked that use. No. Actually gives me an idea. I'll cut the gameplay here. I'm going to finish this off by analyzing that game. And I just thought of this, but let me know what you think of this style. I'm gonna play the game, whatever, and I'm gonna analyze it after. And I'm gonna point out what I did wrong. I'm gonna point out what he did wrong, what he did right, what I did right, what we could have done better. And y'all can see the difference between while we're playing live and what we can see afterwards. So we all can improve, and y'all can really get some good info out of this. So I'm gonna cut this here, and I'm gonna get back with the gameplay on here, or the game we just played on here. So, okay, and we're back. So we got the footage here, and I'm just gonna run through this real quick, see what errors I can find in my gameplay and his gameplay, what both of us could have done better, and what y'all can get out of this. So we're gonna start it off, and so looking back now, since we placed our 3 road spikes here, I mean, you look at the white cursor this time, and since or rather, instead of just placing him right at the start, I think it would have been better to check if he's going eco or farms. So we're going to keep that in mind. So from now on, if we're going to wait till he shows if he's going eco or farms, then we'll place spikes. Because especially on this map, we are wasting the spikes on reds, which we can defend. So apart from that, I think that was an okay start. I'm not sure how much I like the boat defense though, because if we skip ahead a little, like let's just skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, so we're leaking here. So we're leaking a bunch, and the thing with this map is that dart monkeys are not necessarily dart monkeys in and of themselves. It's the fact that you're always chasing, which makes dart monkeys, makes boats, it makes subs, it makes everything not as good. And what I should have gone is possibly for like a ninja or a sniper. I know I don't have those towers, but bringing that in my loadout, possibly. If you bring like a 0-0 sniper put on strong, I think that might be enough to keep the leaks to a minimum at least. And then that'd be cheaper than another 0-3 dart monkey, which would still leak. But you'd probably still leak with the 0-0 dart or 0-0 sniper, but I think that might actually be an option. So I may need to test that out sometime soon. So we're gonna continue on with the game. And yeah, you can see we're leaking. We have to hit the battle energy. And I think if we did that 0-0 sniper start, that might be a way to avoid hidden battle energy. I mean, we would leak a bit, but he would take a much larger economy hit. Okay. So we got up that boat, and I put down strong targeting. I'm not sure if that was the best targeting. I think on this map, close is actually better. And I may need to come out with a video just explaining close targeting, just because there's so much to it. A lot more than just, oh, it attacks the nearest balloon, but that might actually be that might be a good idea to come up with a video for, just explaining close targeting, because I could probably ramble on that for a long time. But back to the game. Yeah, he's got up his engineers, and what we should have done is, instead of letting him send all these greens, we should have sent stuff at him. This defense can barely defend blues, if that. I don't know why I'm not sending greens. I probably would just focus on getting up farms. But there's one thing that I didn't do in this game, but I should have done, is eco now is a viable option. Mixed eco is viable now. And I've gone through tested a little. Mixed eco is actually very viable. And if we were to send greens, it wouldn't hurt our economy, but it would force him to get more defense and hurt his economy and allow us to get up, or technically it would benefit our economy because we don't have to get up as much defense. But I digress. If we sent greens here, I think that, or greens in round 6 rather, as soon as round 6 started, when he didn't have as much money. Because that's the thing with greens, is they only are strong if they can send them from the start of round 6 to the middle of round 7 or so. And in order to do that, you have to be real greedy with your eco and not harassing. And if you see, we have 250 eco, so we obviously were not harassing him and getting him to leak a little. So he was able to send constant greens, basically, which you don't want to have to deal with as a farmer. That is one of the worst things to deal with. So we did send yellows at the start of the next round, which I do like doing, but I think that it allowed them to get too much eco, and it just wasn't worth or we started the aggression too late, and he already got too much eco. It's not that the yellows were a bad idea. I agree that the yellows were a great idea to do, but it was a misplay on our part for not rushing earlier. And you notice he does hit the battle energy. He did get up to 2-2 or the 1-2 sub for some reason, but I'm not gonna. I don't see why you did that, but always go for the 0-2 sub. But the mistakes I made in here were far greater than that. So, and also notice how he saved his spikes. Since he was going eco, and on how this map works, they're always chasing and stuff. Since he was going eco, I was going farms, he was able to save his spikes. Because he didn't need it for anything. He didn't need it to get up early farms without leaking. Eco has a very strong first couple rounds. Up until around round 10, I want to say, eco is generally stronger. Not because they have more money, no. It's because the rushes aren't strong enough yet. After you get past like the round 9, 10-ish, sometimes around 10 eco can be really exploited, but then again so can farms. After about 9, 10, that's when farms start to skyrocket in their value. Because if we go on to how round 12 and 13 went, sure, he was able to defend it, but if we looking at it now, he had a very early game centric loadout. So we're gonna play a little more, just get back into it. Round 10. I can explain more in the loadout a little later, as we get more into that time period in it, I guess. But we send some leads. Now, also notice, we only sent 2 sets. Now, the reason we only send 2 sets at most is because if they are a decent player, they will get up some lead detection, they'll be just fine. If they're a meh player, they will regrow farm it. If they're bad, they just let it leak, but then they'll have bigger issues than leaking the leads. You don't send the leads to kill them. You send the leads to make them panic, to make them get more defense, to make them spend money. You don't do it to kill them. And I always send regrow, and many will consider it a waste of money, but the reason I send regrow is to add the extra pressure. I'm not trying to kill them with the regrow. Now, if they regrow farm it, that's a benefit. But regrow farming can sometimes be so valuable, especially if they're going dart monkeys. And on this map, if I had a juggernaut right here, and it was firing this way, I mean, if you can see a mouse, then if it hits a lead and it gets past it, and it didn't get hit elsewhere, it's now 2 blacks and it regrow farms. Or if it's 4 pinks, it regrows into 4 blacks. And that can really cause some issues sometimes with the layering, with just not having enough defense or anything. And he's saying regrow lets us, smart option. Although he sent way too many regrow leads. Notice how we aren't going to have any issues defending it. So notice also how I set. Okay, so I set my boats targeting the first here. And the exact reason I do that is to avoid regrow farming. So I want the boat to attack these leads and take them out before targeting the next lead. If I put it on left on strong, it would hit them, cause them to be blacks, and then target the ones over here. And it may take down the blacks, but it wouldn't take them out as fast. And against regrows, you're fighting against the clock. So we're going to keep going. Now, it did hit one, but the dart monkeys were able to clean up very effectively. But notice how the rest of them, it's just attacking them over here. So we don't actually have to deal with them at all. And they become a non-issue. We negated them, basically. Just with how we changed our targeting there. Now, since he was going eco, he didn't have enough money to rush us. And if he were to rush us, then he would waste a lot of money. Now, one thing I really like that he did is place that ninja. So, since you have 3 towers and a random tower, you don't know what the 4th tower is. Chances are it's not a good tower. Chances are. But, mistake on my part, I did not prepare for what is his 4th tower. Now, I saw the ninja and I saw 3 towers. So it's like, that's probably his loadout. So, that's why I decided to rush there. I saw that if you get, I looked at the the 3-0 sub, I saw, oh, he gets that into a reactor. I saw the ninja sabotage supply lines. I saw the engineer, that's not a regrow tower defense. I did not expect the attack, which I should have, but I did not. Or, not necessarily expect the attack, I prepare for if he had a attack. And send a little teaser rush or something. Now, I did send out the teaser rush, but I also have never seen just a 3-0 sub like that. So, inexperience on my part. Sure, I've played a lot, but I've never seen this specific strategy. And I really like that effective use of the submarine there, because that is such a effective use of it. It's insane. I'm not sure how much work this guy put into that strat, but that sub spot with how it was used was very well used. I really give him that. So, we're going to send, now notice how I sent one set of rainbows. And notice how little regrow defense he has. A reactor just regrow farms in this map. There's a reason you never see reactors on this map used effectively. They just regrow farm. And the reason I sent rainbows was to add to the density, create more of a farm. So he sells his ninja, and he gets up to attack. And he sells his engineer, obviously. And he gets up to attack, he gets it there. But notice he doesn't sell the sub. So that was a non-issue for him. So we sent camos. Again, that's because I've never worked against this strat. So, inexperience on my part, well played on his part. And you'll notice how the camos aren't going to be an issue to him. We sent a mix of camos and non-camos. And the reason that these are cheaper, so if he sells that, I'm not sure how much money he has. Now, looking back, if I see that engineer, that's a 1-0 engineer. The Maelstrom, if he sells that, if he has 0 money left, he just sells the engineer, he has enough for the Maelstrom. And he has probably around 600 eco right now, because he stopped sending. But, yeah, he probably has around 600 eco right now, so every 6 seconds he's getting $600. So he has a lot of money. A lot more than what we expected during the game. I really underestimated that, but I more underestimated the sub spot. Notice I'm sending camo pinks trying to get past the sub. And also trying to make it to where he cannot sell the sub. So if he is out of money. Now, that is one thing, is that I sent way too many camos here. Now, if I played against the same strat and I rushed round 13 again, which I probably wouldn't, but if for whatever reason I was rushing round 13, I would still send camos. Not nearly as much, but enough to where he'd have to worry if he sells the sub, which means that that's about $1,500 locked up where he cannot do anything with it, because selling that's about $1,500 or so. I want to say somewhere around there, but that's $1,500 he cannot use, which is a lot of money when you're selling Maelstroms. That's like an extra 2 Maelstroms, somewhere around there. 1 or 2 Maelstroms extra. Or it'd be enough to get him to the next eco boost, which could get him up to 2-3 extra total. So I sent way too many. Now that's enough camos to kill him, so he definitely can't sell that. But what I miscalculated was the reactor. It got basically all the camos. So we're gonna see how many leak. 3 pinks leaked. That's it. 3 pinks. With all of that, just 3 pinks leaked. Ugh. And he played this really well. So, sure, he could continue to buy-sell Maelstroms, but what he did really well here is he saw that I was rushing with some camos. But he also knows that Ninja's a really good cleanup tower. So what he did was he bought a Ninja. And since I don't have that much money for much group balloons at this point, and if I do, I have to go all out, basically. I have to send everything, and he can just Maelstrom. I don't have enough money to survive elsewise. So he gets up that Ninja, which is great for just anything I can send. There's nothing I can do at this point. And again, I'm just sending stuff at this point because I have to. There's nothing else I can do. Now, I send regrow leads. Now, this rush is still going on for 2 rounds so far. But notice how I send regrow leads. And the reason I do that is because he has no lead detection, apart from his engineer. But engineer is horrible group popping power. So, if I notice this again, what I should have done, or what's better than rushing round 13 against this strat, would be rushing round 15. Round 15 I see as a big weakness on the strat, or not necessarily a huge weakness, because if he gets up a reactor, maybe a ring of fire, I can see that defending it, or at least most of it, or more importantly, he could sell and get a Maelstrom after it takes out all the leads. But I think it's far more potent against this strategy than around 13 rushes. Looking back, but looking into the future as well, like what made this strat so effective in the game. So we're gonna go back, and again, we're just selling because we have nothing else we can do. So here, this is 8 leads is enough to kill. That 8 leads is how much you need to kill. He has 130 lives, so 7 would kill, but yeah, 8 should be enough. Let me think. It's 23 per lead. I don't know, 7 should kill at normal. So 6 here would kill. But you either send 4 or 8. So we send 8 because that's enough to kill. And the only defense he has against that is his engineer. Engineer is horrible versus group balloons, just as I said earlier. But that's when we send the regrow zebras in combo because he cannot deal with that with the engineer. He has to get up a maelstrom. Now, a little misplay on our part is we did not account for the AI balloons. His leads were not getting to us. I don't know what he was doing with that rush. If you're in this scenario, you do not rush with regrow leads like that unless you know you can defend. Because regrow leads, regrow leads cannot kill me. Or they can kill me, but they cannot kill me before my rush kills him. The reason I died here was because of the AI balloons. And part of that was mistiming on my part. I'm rushing, or I sold my defense right at the start of round 16, not before 16 or not after 16. Round 16, you do not sell your towers on unless you know you're going to kill. Now, another thing I should have done is send pinks earlier. So I sent some regrow zebras, but I sent pinks earlier. Now, I still send pinks, but I should have sent it earlier. Now, notice how he's maelstroming and there's still leads there. Now, if it wasn't for the fact that there's zebras right here, he probably would have died. But we lost. So, I really like the interesting strat there. I do not think it's meta changing specifically. I think it's very early game centric, as are most tack strategies. I'm thinking he went engineer, sub, and then tack. But Ninja gave him a lot more versatility, but it's not the reason he won. He won because he used his towers effectively and just outperformed me. And I really give him that. So I think this tower choice is great before round 20. Once you hit round 20, iffy. But yeah, iffy. You would have to use sprockets for mod popping power, and that's either sprockets or 3-0 attacks. But I don't think you'd have enough time to maelstrom everything effectively in mobile. Or this version. Now that, or if you didn't have Ninja. If you had Ninja, that's easily defendable. Round 22, you would have to have a lot of money saved up. But even then, round 22, you're dead. You can abuse First Strike so well as the rusher. Like, First Strike is very easy to exploit. It's very strong, but it's very easy to exploit, and a strong rusher knows that. So, 22, I see death on their side. 20, no Ninja, I see death versus a good rusher. Although, if with Battle Energy, I could see it being defended with a good defender. And the defender would have to play it very well. But that would be an interesting thing to see. Late game? No. No late game. I could see this loadout maybe make it to around 60, 70-ish. With no rushing or so. With rushing 50? I don't know. You'd have to get up a hell of a lot of eco to be able to spam those first strike capabilities. So, that's definitely interesting. So, let me know in the comments if you liked this style of video. I know it's much different than I normally do. I'm mixing in the analysis side with the with just the gameplay side, and I think this might actually be an interesting style to just try out. So let me know what you think of this. Let me know if you want to continue seeing this, just to get that extra insight and learn some more. So with that, hope you all enjoyed, and see y'all.